What's up, y'all? It's me, it's your boy Asmongold, and today I'm going to show you guys how to get 5 high-level followers with pretty much no effort whatsoever. Now, the first one we're going to look at here is Goldmane the Skinner. Now, he's down at the bottom of the ground, and really all you have to do is you have to go up to the top of this tower and kill like the guy who has him in a cage, and then use the key and unlock Goldmane, and then you get the follower. Now, what's good about this is it obviously starts off at level 100, and he also has the skinning ability, so you can put him in a leatherworking building. Now, of course, I don't know about like some karma of why he's in the cage here, because I mean, he's a Skinner, and he's also a furry animal. Like, man, like that's a conflict of interest. But it doesn't matter either way because he's gonna be doing Garrison missions for you regardless. So you got to kill this guy. And I mean, as I said before, he's a cat. You know, he can't be in a cage. It's just like a zebra. You know, they got to run free. So here's Bolkar the Cruel. Apparently, he's probably cruel, poking a cat and stuff like that with all those little knives. Like, I don't know how many knives he has on, probably like 5. And so as soon as you kill him, as I said before, you're going to go ahead and you're going to loot a key. Where is the key? There's the key. And so you click on the box that Goldmane is in, and then he's going to give you a little quest. And this is a good thing to do while you're leveling, because this is also where one of the bonus objectives is. But even if you're not leveling, you'd be dumb not to go over and do this. And so there he is, Goldmane the Skinner, and he automatically avoids danger zones because the cat, again, they hop over him. And also he has a skinning ability, which I already said is a little bit suspicious. Okay, so the next one we're going to look at here is the image of Archmage Vargoth. What you have to do is you have to get 4 different little pieces of Archmage Vargoth's clothes. I guess that's why he doesn't want to appear to you now, because maybe he's like naked or something like that, because like there's a staff, he's not going to have a staff. And so this is at the top of the grand, and this is like, there's, as I said before, there's 4 of these little things you got to pick up, and until you pick up all 4 of them, you can't get this guy as a follower. Now, after you pick up all 4 of them, you're going to go over to, what is it, Khadgar's tower, and it's going to be no big deal, then you get the follower, that's it. And so what's really good about Archmage Vargoth is I'm pretty sure he starts off as superior quality, blue quality, so he has 2 traits and less time to level him. That's what the second one is over in, what is it, Shadowrath City, and there's his hat, so I mean, you never see a wizard without a hat. I mean, except for Khadgar, but forget about him. Anyway, so you want to go ahead and get that one too. And then, and by the way, like, don't worry about being able to find them. Look at that. There's like a giant glowing like explosion, and so there's no way you're not going to be able to find these. This one's a Gorgorond, and so just go over here and click this. Watch out for those things because they're deadly. And so go ahead and open up that. There's this ring, and so you want to make sure you get that. And after you go ahead and get this one, there's going to be one more to go, and this one's going to be a bit longer of a clip. And the reason for that is it's kind of hard to find, right? And so this is the last piece you need to get is boots, right? And so anyway, this is a really bad place to lose your boots because it's really cold. You know, you get your feet, and then your feet freeze off because of frostbite. But he's probably a mage, so he can, you know, kind of get around that. Anyway, so this is all the way at the back of, I guess, like Ragnarok. And I'm going to show you guys how to actually get over here because it's a little bit confusing, and I had to do some weird jumps. I remember whenever I did this on my warrior, I just heroic leaped over all the different cliffs. But anyway, that's where you come in from in Ragnarok, and you just go right through that little crevice, and you're going to go ahead and get the boots, no problem. After you get all 4 of the different little items, you come over to Khadgar's tower, and you go ahead and turn them into the little gnome that you buy your replacement rings from, or your alt spec rings or whatever. And so what's also good about this is you're getting, was it 30 gold each turn. And so, oh, by the way, apparently you have to be level 100 for this too. And so it's not like you can be doing this while you're leveling, but it's not like you're going to want to either way. So now the little Mr. Gnome is going to summon Archmage Vargoth, and then you're going to get him as a follower. This one is really easy too. Like, it's kind of annoying because you got to run around and get 4 different items. But honestly, for a level 100 blue follower, not too bad. Actually, it might be green. I'm not even really sure. But all 3 times that I've gotten him on all my characters, he's always been blue. And so anyway, you just talk to him, be like, yo, what's up? Or is it time? And he's like, okay, yeah, it's time. And then there he is. He's your pet now. I guess he's a follower, which is pretty much the same thing. So anyway, guys, that's how to get Archmage Vargoth. Now, these are the 2. Actually, I don't know. I mean, like, they're all pretty much easy to get. To be honest, they're all pretty much easy to get. That's why, you know, the video is about all easy ones to get. This is how to get Leorajh. Now, Leorajh is only 97. That's where he is on the map. That's where I am on the map right now. He's not like quite right there. Anyway, so he's kind of hard to do, and you got to do some parkour to get over to him. So this is in his den, and you would think that, okay, it's just right down in there. No, it's not in there. It's up at the top, okay? And that's where he is. And so you got to be jumping over all kinds of cliffs. And it's like, this is the one time that I would maybe say, hey, maybe we need some flying mounts. But anyway, so you got to jump over on top of his little cave here. Then you go up to the top here, and then you got to do another jump. And this one is really, really annoying because you got to get right on the edge so you can walk up here. Now, honestly, like, I do this on every character, and so this is no big deal. And the reason I included this guy instead of the other one that you just buy is, for one, 5Gs is a lot of money to drop on a follower, so I didn't really want to put that in here. Also, the other reason I put in here is because he has group damage, and the reason that that's important is that there's not a lot of followers that you can get that are predisposed to have group damage, except for Fiona, I think, and Fiona sucks anyway, and so you don't really want to have her. So anyway, you go inside this little cave, and you got to go up that little path. I thought this was really cool. Like, I always like to do this whenever I'm leveling. I was actually surprised that I didn't have him on my Death Knight, because my Death Knight, obviously, I mean, you guys can see, he just wrecks shit. It's not even a big deal. And so there's some guy who's like, I don't even know what the purpose of him is. And so you go up in here after you kill all these little things, and you don't even need to kill this guy. You don't even need to kill this guy. Like, I'm just ignoring him. Like, he's not even there. So you talk to Leorajh, and he's also a bodyguard, so that's like, like triple good. And because you can, as you guys see, by the way, I only recruit followers with Scavenger, and so this is just business as usual. So this is awesome, and that's going to help me get some more Garrison resources for my alt. And next one we're going to look at here is Abugar. Now, Abugar is a Death Knight, and for whatever reason, this Death Knight likes to fish. And so you have to get 3 different pieces of items in order to get him. And that's where the first one is. That's his lure. The second one is over above this, I guess it's like this little, I don't know, like this little area, and you can't just like walk up to it. You have to fall down towards it, and there's a little fishing pole here. Now, I already had the fishing pole, but just rest assured that it's right here on this this rack. This one can be kind of annoying to get to, and I wanted to show you guys jumping down. Like, I could obviously do some disengage stuff and get over here without having to jump down, but assuming that you're not a hunter, it might be a little bit of a problem. That's where it is right there, on where it's Tyriar, and it's also, like right over where it says Abugar's Vitality. Well, that's where it is. Anyway, the last thing you need to get is his tackle box, I think. It's his missing reel. I guess it's in his tackle box. Anyway, it's right over next to all these little elephants and goats, and you go ahead and pick that up, and then you have to, after you have all 3 items, you go ahead and you turn them into Abugar, and then it's going to be no problem, okay, because obviously you're going to be done. And this is, I think he starts off at like level 99 or 98. I'm not really sure, but he's definitely really high level. He also has Taunt built in as a basic ability, and which I think it counters. I don't even remember what it counters, but it's little Garrison. Yeah, there it is. Counters wild aggression, and so there we go ahead and get him. And he also has like Archmage Vargoth, and I don't really know why, because he's a troll, but we'll just kind of ignore that. Now the last one we're going to look at here is the Lantressor of the Blade. You have to go ahead and pick up a quest. It says, they call him Lantressor of the Blade. And you have to, in order to pick up the quest here, one thing that's important, and by the way, he's over there in Halfahor, or sorry, Halvhour, I think that's what it's called. And you have to already have built your, we call it like your outpost, and you have to chosen, between like the Talbook or the tank or something like that. I'm not really sure what it is for Horde. So anyway, as soon as you get that, you go ahead and you go over to Lantressor, and you go through a little quest line here. Now, I included like pretty much the entire quest line just because some people might get confused, but if you can pretty much figure it out, it's not really too hard to do. So there you have to pick up some boxes. You get his banner out of a box. This is really, really simple to do. Like, as I said before, these are very linear. There's no real way you can get confused. And then there's a guy who apparently has like Lantressor sword or something like that. I honestly have no idea. I don't even read these things. And so some paladin was trying to be a hero here, but that didn't, as you guys can see, it didn't really work out for him. And so be careful, be careful. These things don't just, die very easily. Actually, they do. I don't know how he died, but especially as a paladin. Anyway, so you pick up his sword here, and then you gotta go kill, like, it's like 15 other guys, which is again not a big deal because they're level 98 mobs. After you kill all 15 of the guys, which, as I said before, it's not a big deal, you go ahead and you just turn them into Lantressor. And then apparently, because like Lantressor, if you guys don't know, he's like half Draenei and half Orc, right? So nobody likes him. And so you got to go inside the cavern, which is at the other side of like where Lantressor is, the other side of the little fire lake. And you talk to him, and he's going to challenge like the Warlord of the Burning Blade, okay, who happens to be this guy with like probably the longest name in the entire game. And before you fight him, you have to kill this pack leader guy, then you have to kill his 2 sons, and then you kill the Warlord. Too easy. And then apparently like his daughter, the Warlord's daughter, is like, okay, now I'm in charge. At that point, you just go back to the town. You go ahead and turn in the quest, which is really, I mean, as I said before, and then you can also turn in that one too, get you a little bit of money. And then he's right outside the, we call it right outside the camp here, and you just talk to him, and he's going to be your next follower. So again, like Lantressor is actually really good for mining things. That's like pretty much his entire life. So, I guess like going from a slave to a miner is actually kind of an upgrade, so don't really feel too bad for him. Anyway, guys, that's the 5 very easy to get high-level followers that probably take you about an hour total. I would say probably even less, honestly. So that's pretty much all I've got. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe.